Have you ever wondered if extremely beautiful people have an easier life? I would have to say, in my experience, no. Oh, but I was young and beautiful once. That I was, back in the 80s. I was a contemporary of that boy George, you know. Everyone remembers him. But it was his best mate Marilyn that I remember. Now he was a beautiful man. Really stunning he was. Was once described as the most beautiful man in the world. Well, they never venture up to Sheffield, do they? Next to me, it was like one of the ugly sisters in Panto. I had it all, me, and then some. Back then, I used to stop traffic when I was out and about, strutting around town. I caused an accident once, on a Rundle Gate as I made my way down towards Virgin Records at Moor Bottom. The Reliant Robin was a write-off, and they never replaced that bollard. No one was injured, thankfully. I'd have on a designer frock, big hair, and thigh-length black leather stiletto boots. White van drivers would roll down their windows and shout. Obscenities mostly, but I knew they were up for it really. I've had enough of them to know. Men didn't look like that in Sheffield. Women neither. I was a one-off. I lived life in the fast lane. Not sure when I took a side road into this cul-de-sac, but here we are. I'm happy enough. My life's always been a pile of rejection slips in the main. I envy them that had their moments on top of the pops. I never made it on, but I nearly did. Yeah, nearly. I nearly made a record once. Mickey Most was looking for the next Boy George or Marilyn. It were down to me and Houcher. Remember him? Houcher got the contract. And look what a marvellous musical career he went on to have. Exactly. No disrespect to Houcher. It was allus lovely to me. But the plain and simple truth is, I was robbed. I could have had a musical career. That Mickey Most wouldn't have known proper talent if it had smacked him in gob. Yeah, well, better to have been a local legend than none at all. I was a bit of a local celebrity back in the day. One of the first punks in Sheffield. I used to hold court at the Crazy Daisy on a Wednesday night. That's when I discovered my talent for dressing up. I remember the night my dad refused to walk with me to the bus stop. He was that embarrassed. He made me walk 10 feet behind. I knew then I must be doing something right. Punk led to futurists, led to new romantics. I blossomed. I always preferred glamour to trash. There were a handful of us local celebs at around that time. There was me, Houcher, Martin Fry of ABC, Phil Oakey of the Human League, so 4 fingers of one hand at least. We were friendly without being friends. We each had our own cliques, but we were respectful and supportive. I miss those days, I do. Sometimes I get a bit melancholy looking back. That's when I need some retail therapy. So I was in Wilko, waiting in the queue for the tills with my arms full of scented candles and bin liners like you do. Massive queue. Freshers' week. So stood behind a mile-long line of students stocking up on loo rolls, woks and duvets. And suddenly, I hears this voice from the past and I turned around and there he was. None other than Phil Oakey of the Human League himself. He was on his own. Susan and Joanne were probably in Jack Fulton's next door snapping up the bargains. He said, "Mamie Van Tastic? It's Mamie Van Tastic. I'd recognise you anywhere." "You're looking gradely, Mamie." "Not looking too bad yourself, Phil," I replied, though I noticed I have kept my hair. The look suits him, though. It's very butch. Made my day, that did, if not my year. I've still got it, you see. Looking gradely. Not forgotten. The legend lives on.